Welcome back to the Brick Abbey, where we build and review Lego sets, and we are continuing to work on Luke Skywalker's X-Wing, and we have made it to step 99. Thank you so much for watching the videos and sending the Lego sets. Card.Ren is again the one who sent this. We should have links to the wish list if you ever want to send a set or recommend a set. You can obviously buy and send sets, or you can just recommend sets in the comments below. So we are going to continue on today with it flipped over, and we're working on this piece here. We need these guys here. There's only one of each, and then the one of the feet, and the one and only lone yellow piece. And this will snap in to the little grabber guy. So we'll put that on first, and then we'll snap in. It doesn't actually feel like it grabs on that well, but that's the way that they're going to do it. So it allows it to rotate like that. It just doesn't feel particularly strong. And then they want it to go right in there on the underside. And you can see we've added the foot. Okay? Now I am going to try and move at a little, I'm not going to go fast, but I do want to move a little bit quicker than I have been, especially now that we're going to be getting into the wings, which we'll be repeating steps in order to do this. So we'll have a lot of pieces that we're going to be grabbing and then going right back and grabbing them again. I mean, at least that's my anticipation. I didn't look ahead. I'm just kind of guessing that will be the case. And they kind of want these to take to the edge like so. And then we have to do one of the shooters. And it doesn't seem like there's a wrong way to do this. And it's going to go off the edge there like that. And then it has the little warning. I love the warning that it uses. Look at that little guy's face. It's like, be careful. Don't shoot somebody in the head or the eyeball. Obviously, you know, that I wonder if that was like a thing they debated doing, you know. Can we do projectile Legos? Yeah, turn them into, you know, actual weapons. Well, not actual weapons, but you know what I'm saying, like functional weapons. Some of the toys, some of the Legos that my son has, I mean, you can launch these little like balls. And they go really, really far. But, you know, it's one of those things. Everything has to kind of innovate. Everything kind of has to advance. I just recorded a podcast episode with my friend about that. Just technology. Always moving forward. And it's funny because, let me get that out of the way and scoot up here. Technology helps me build this Lego. You know, it's why the Legos exist. Somebody somewhere thought it would be cool to let people build stuff from Star Wars. So they want this long piece. They want the white piece to go all the way down to the end. And then one of these. And then it wants us to go through here. But not just through. It wants to go through these guys. Oh, that actually looks kind of cool. Kind of seeing it coming together now. With the wings. There's someone on the wing that always makes me think of that. Ace Ventura. It doesn't want to go all the way down. Oh. Whoops. Skipped a step. Pay attention. There we go. Not bad. Now we need these guys to come over. And that one's going to need to move down a little bit. And making sure that microphone's on. I have like a microphone so you can hear stuff in the room, and sometimes I can't hear it in my headphones. And we just want to make sure it's not too much, but also I don't want it to just purely sound like almost like a podcast, you know? You should be able to hear the pieces and the parts like slightly. I'm going to drag all these guys a little bit closer. I don't want to lean into the frame. It's like really, really hard not to. Because I don't actually know where the threshold is. Like, if my head comes out too far. It's a new experience for me to throw a camera on the roof of my roof. That's not right. On the ceiling. On the ceiling of my studio. It's been a lot of fun doing this, though. It's definitely a different experience building a Lego set and recording it, you know? It's not quite the doing it on the floor of my living room experience that I had with my son's TIE Fighter. I'm excited to do that one with you guys too. We got it. He has his own, and I have an extra one that someone sent so that I wouldn't have to take his. Where do we put all those flat smooths? There they are. And this thing is going to go right there. That was satisfying the way that snapped down into place. These guys, where'd they go? Oh, right here. See, I knew where they were, even though I was looking in the wrong place. I knew they were in this area. It wants me to grab 4 of these. And they're going to do this. I wonder what level of satisfaction the people that design these sets take. You know, do they watch videos like this? See, this one's going to be higher, isn't it? Oh, no, it's not. Oh, look at that. Just all lines up real nice. Okay, these little like black, they're kind of star shapes. Do that, and we've got this one. It wants it to go in there. Okay. And then these guys are going to alternate right in between the thing that we just built. Big engine time. This is exciting. When these pieces start coming out, it starts to really take shape. This is when this is when the fun begins. There we go. Oh, look what we did. Neat. We made a spot for the foot. This is the bottom of the wing. Oh, that's so neat. That's why I think that might be one of my favorite things building Legos is when a piece takes you by surprise. You're kind of not ready for the moment. Oh, good. We're going to get rid of these battleship pieces that keep rolling around on my table every time I move it. You know, you're going to hear my chair again because I did the thing again where I'm sitting up straight and my back starts to hurt. I'm not properly using the chair. Okay, so this goes in here like so, and then this goes in here like that, and then that slides down. Man, that's just great. We get to put it on. It's exciting. It's exciting, isn't it? When you finally get to start piecing things together. He's taken shape. All right, we're going to move some pieces here because I would like our X-Wing to start hanging out right there, because I have a feeling we're going to do another wing. We're going to do the other bottom. So I'm going to go a little quick here. I'm not going to go fast to the point that suddenly, the vibe or the feel of the video is different, but I do want to start to make sure that we don't linger too long on a particular build. We're going to let the build just kind of go as they do, but we also want to make sure that we don't spend too much time on one build. Where are the? Oh, there they are. That's right. These use that little step. I wonder what kind of tricks people come up with that are, the Lego kit engineer guys, guys and gals that make these sets. That one's a little easy to knock off because you got that secondary piece. The piece that's kind of like hanging off the edge. This one helps it stay on a bit better. And then we do 3 of these again. And then we do 1 of these guys. And we come from this angle. And then that goes through there like that. It's cool how that goes flush. I like that. But we forgot to put that on that side. I was grabbing a piece and jumping to the next step because I knew one went there and I was jumping ahead. One of the dilemmas that I've run into personally is when you're remaking a piece. Well, not remaking, but when you make, in this case, the same piece again, you can jump ahead. Your short-term memory kind of betrays you. It's like, oh, I know where that goes, and you're just close enough to be dangerous. You're just familiar enough to mess it up, or to do it in the wrong order, I should say. Grab these guys here, and they go right out there. And then this is the one that staggers through. It makes almost like a step pattern. Like so. Just as satisfying the second time, I'll say. I liked that. It just fits so well. Just kind of pushes right in. Okay. Get these guys on, and then get their partners here. Oops. I grabbed the wrong kind. Okay. I started to doubt myself. That's why I got quiet there. I was like, wait a minute. Did I just do something wrong? Something about that didn't feel right. Your instinct starts to kick in and just something doesn't feel right. And then I double checked the picture, and I was like, nope, we're good. Like that. These guys here. Oops. Because it's time for the foot. The landing gear, I should say. Okay. And now, oh, I like this part because this, I think this really brings it home. This one really brings it right home. Gives it that sense of scope and size, you know. And now, there we go. We are very, very close. We're very, very close. We are. Oh wow, he just sits just like that. Okay, so we got to do some more piece movement here, so that our X-wing can sit like so. And then it's probably time for the top wings. Yep. And we are at the 16-minute mark. We might actually finish this one. I'm not actually sure. We will do I've never done it before, but we're going to try to do a review video. Like, what did I think of the build? How did I like it? Would I build it again? Would I recommend it? If there's things that you like in this kind of content, always feel free to make a suggestion. You know, say, hey, I watch this person over here, and they tend to do this or that, and it's a really enjoyable, episode or breakdown. And now we need number 6 on the sticker, and we're gonna Never hesitate to kind of pull the sticker off and reapply it, because it's worth it to get it right. And you want it to look right. And so same thing here. Get this guy on. There we go. Time for this fun piece. You start to, it's almost like you're going to be, at least I feel this way, like I'm almost kind of sad when it's over. You grow fond of, what things are going to interact with what. It's kind of like when you go to like a trip or a summer camp or a beach house. When you first get there, everything is new. And you slowly become familiar with everything, and you don't want to leave. It starts to feel that way with Lego pieces, at least for me. It's like you become familiar with the build as you're navigating it, and then you're done, So I know I get to do this a couple more times, and then that's really fun. It's always a bit of a bummer when it's over, but then it's, obviously satisfying. Did I? Oh, I didn't bring it over. I only saw one over there, and I thought I must have grabbed it, but I didn't. This and 2 of these. And just 1 of these here. All right. I do notice with the mic, it's a little different than what I'm usually accustomed to, because I don't have a noise gate. And the reason there's no noise gate is so that you can hear everything. But then it kind of makes it feel like it's almost more, this word has a lot of different meanings, but it just feels like more intimate. It's like you're having an actual fluid conversation instead of like a podcast where there's like this professional sounding sort of coming in and out of talking, Oh, sticker time. Number 5. Same deal. Get that where you want it. Don't settle. Don't settle. Every time you look at the sticker, you're going to be annoyed. It would be cool if it was printed right on the piece, but I know why they don't do that, right? Like from a production standpoint, it's easier to make a bunch of those pieces because they probably end up in other sets than to print like a unique piece. It's easier to print the stickers. Just my thought, you know. Would be cooler if... Okay, I'm glad they did that. That looks more satisfying. On the underside, it doesn't really matter. But top side, you want it looking smooth, you know. Oh, helps when you grab the right piece. I was like, that is not going in. Well, I'm a little concerned. There's one of these missing. I got snagged on my mic cable when I set up today. I bet you it rolled off. Give me a second. All right, we found it. It was on the floor. No harm. I was moving the table to get it into position because it's, you know, obviously with all of my equipment and kind of how I have my studio set up, there's not room for everything to always be set up. So I had to bring the table over. And when I did, I got it snagged on a mic cable. I didn't break anything, but the whole table kind of lurched. And I was like, oh. I'm sure if anybody would have been in the room with me, it would have been somewhat comical. But a bit of panic, you know. Bit of panic. Oh, look at that. That's satisfying right there. Obviously, they need to be closed to land. Man, look at that. Well, this one might be a little... Well, you know what? I think there's more after the wings, so I bet the wing is going to take us to a good 30-minute end. That's my prediction, at least. We'll see. We shall see where we end up. We could probably go a little quicker on this one because we know where we're going. But I do struggle to talk if I'm going really fast. Okay. Like that. There we go. And I know every video, every channel that does Lego content is a little different than the rest. So the talking element of this, we're kind of shooting for I just want it to feel kind of like relaxing. We were debating on, you know, the channel name for a while because I really wanted it to convey just a relaxing environment. And we settled on the Brick Abbey because I wanted the channel to be somewhat influenced by my kiddos because they're basically the reason I started the channel, because I was putting together, you know, Lego set for my son. And the name Brick Abbey is inspired by Redwall Abbey. My kids love those stories and I read them to them. And it's a very strong location. It's a symbol for strength and peace, and all the animals that live there, they live in this Redwall Abbey. And so I came up with the name, and my daughter had a different name in mind, you know, something from the story, but it didn't quite have the sound that we wanted to go for. And so I told her, I said, what if we, did the Brick Abbey? And she got really excited, and so did my son. They both got really excited because, the prospect of the channel was exciting in and of itself, let alone we have done, this is backwards. See, when you're just familiar enough, like I said, to be dangerous, you just start putting pieces in quick and you don't check. There you go. Somebody watching the video was probably like, oop, he put that in backwards. If you were paying close attention and you caught that, congratulations. Good job, because I didn't catch it. And now we're looking at sticker 3. And so we decided to go with the Brick Abbey. And honestly, because of the way we filmed this content is never going to be, targeted or made for kids. Obviously, your kids will be able to watch this channel because I keep things, safe for work. I'm not going to be sitting here like swearing. I don't do that in really any of my content. And I'm not going to be doing that, when I'm putting Lego sets together. And so my kids might join me for a build, since you won't be able to see them. You would just see their hands and hear them. My kids are hilarious. They're very funny. My son, especially, is very naturally funny and entertaining. And it might take some getting used to. They'd have to talk and be recorded and not get wound up and excited. Kids do that, right? The minute you're trying to record them or make a video. My wife always does like happy birthday messages to our friends and our family members. She has our kids do it. And as soon as that phone comes out, they start acting kind of crazy. So we'll probably have a similar experience when we try to include them in some videos. But it could be really, really fun. I also know there's some young boys at my church that they're so excited about this channel and idea, and one of them sent me a bunch of sets. That reminds me, I need to reply to his email. He was so kind. He sent me a list of Lego sets that he thinks are really, really, really good, because he's like kind of tuned into the Lego world. And so they're Irish, so they have these great accents. And so I said, people would love to listen to you guys. Look at that. Man, that is very, very satisfying. And that puts us at 184. That puts us, let's just check here. That we're 6 steps from being done. We're going to continue. So this video will be a little bit longer, and then the next video we're aiming at it being a sort of review. I think that's the right call. Having like one more video for 6 steps would be a little goofy. So we're just gonna like take this one as it comes, and we're going to allow the timing to just be what it is. And these are probably extras. That is my guess. Okay, so it looks like we're going to take this and the wheel looking thing. We take that and we do that, and then we put it through there. Yeah, that's correct. Okay. And then these remaining 4 pieces here are going to go like so. And oh, that's what these are for. Oops, that could have gone flying. That would have been another pause. Okay, and then we've got that. Where's this go? We got to turn the X-Wing around. And this attaches to the back of the wing, and it does it in an upward, and then I'm assuming it'll be an upward and a downward. That's cool. Look at that. Each of the wings is going to have that on it. Okay, so just so that we make sure we do it right, we're going to have the instructions in front of us, because we know just enough to be dangerous. Just enough to mess it up and not do it right. Okay, like that, and like that, and we're gonna do one side. There we go. Let me make sure I did that right. Are the bottom ones supposed to point down? That's just the assumption that I'm making. It doesn't actually show. Yeah, they are. Okay. I mean, I thought it was it felt like a kind of a safe assumption that the bottom would be at a downward trajectory. So I bet you we can make this one without looking. I have a feeling. I have a feeling that I can. So I'm not going to look. I'm going to go for speed this time. I'm going to go quickly here. Oh yeah, we nailed it. There we go. This one's probably another extra piece. That's not abnormal at all. That's quite common, actually. I don't know why they do it. I mean, it could just be just in case in packaging they somehow make a mistake so that you end up with an extra one. It also could literally be that they anticipate those being the ones that you lose. Yeah, see, that's an extra one as well. There we go. This one's going to orient down. And then your blasters, you shove those through. And the first time I shot one out of my son's TIE fighter, you literally just push it, and there it goes. So that obviously just completely left the scene. I'm going to do it again. You just give it a push, and there it goes. So that's it. That's the build. That is the X-Wing, and we're not necessarily done yet. You take R2, and he's got his own little compartment here. It's kind of hard to get him in there, his feet. There we go. He's locked in. And then there's our cockpit. Luke, you can't fly with your lightsaber, bud. That's not allowed. He kind of does a lounging position. And there you have it. The complete X-Wing, Luke Skywalker's X-Wing. Look at that. Great. That turned out so well. Oh, and it closes whenever you set it down. The wings just sort of automatically close. It shows you here how to shoot those, how to open and close the wings, how to put those two in there. And we utilized all the stickers. And here's all of our extras. And here's obviously our minifigs. Extras, lightsabers, and all these pieces. So I always just give these extras to my kids. They just end up in a big bin. They're not going to get an extra. They're not getting the lightsaber, though. And then this is for taking the pieces apart. So I really appreciate you guys watching this. If you made it all the way here, so satisfying. We're also considering doing a time-lapse video that'll just literally put all these videos together, and it'll be very fast, pushing it all together. And I'll also do a shorter form video just sort of talking and showing off the ship. So we'll get all this other stuff kind of off the table, except for the minifigs and the completed build of 75301, the Lego Star Wars Luke Skywalker's X-Wing. I appreciate you watching, subscribing, and supporting the Brick Abbey. I hope you've enjoyed my talking and meandering conversation, and we'll see you in the next build. Thanks so much.